The Israelis know they're running out of time. When you have folks like Charlie Kirk and Tucker Carlson on one end of the political spectrum and progressives like Graham Plattner on the other, both calling out the unnatural control that AIPAC has over the U.S. Congress, it's clear that a new wave of politicians are going to be running for office, and the new battle cry is, "I don't take AIPAC money." And once AIPAC's control in the Congress wanes, once people like Chuck Schumer are no longer in power, the Israelis know that the billions of dollars they've been siphoning out of the U.S. economy for decades will end. While far too many Democratic and Republican elected officials have simply allowed themselves to be bought over the years by buckets of AIPAC money originating from American taxpayers, by the way, an unknown number were caught up in Jeffrey Epstein's operation. Jeffrey Epstein worked for Mossad and Israeli intelligence, getting blackmail on American corporate and political leaders. And now the Israelis have called in the debt, which is why the Epstein files absolutely must be released in their entirety. We need to understand how many American political leaders in the Congress and the White House are utterly and completely compromised by Netanyahu and the Israeli intelligence services. But that being said, Donald Trump also has the arrogance and the ignorance to think that the U.S. military could have taken down Iran. He's fired most of the competent leaders in the Pentagon and replaced them with yes men. But even then, leaders in the Pentagon said, "Do not do this." And he did it anyway. He stuck his foot in the Iranian bear trap. Bombs are falling on Tel Aviv, and the Middle East is collapsing into war again. Republicans like Thomas Massie have already called out the direct connection between Epstein and Israeli intelligence, and between AIPAC and the lockstep agreement that Congress seems to have with whatever Israel asks of us. But the end result of all that fealty to Israel has led us to this. We are now caught up in a war with Iran. This is Donald Trump's arrogance piled on top of the Republican Party's fealty to him. If they don't wake up and impeach him for the multitude of criminal acts he has already committed, then America may find itself in the same situation Israel is. Americans are not magically invulnerable to the fallout of Donald Trump's geopolitical madness. The Israelis know they're running out of time. Their control over the Congress is waning. But as long as we allow Donald Trump to keep us in lockstep with a man like Netanyahu, the architect of the slaughter in Gaza and now the bombing of a girls' school in Iran, we're running out of time too.